What's really cool about this bus is that we found it on eBay. So I was in Youngstown and I got this frantic call from David, our manager, saying, "Do you care if we buy a bus? It's $2,000. I went, "Fine, go ahead." We moved some of the seats around. We took some of the seats out. We wanted to have workstations. We've got a little more painting of letters to do.
From afar, it's perfect, and after worrying about this for a week, I'm finicky over little details, but because we're on a shoestring budget, we have to be thrifty, and it came out great. We're really happy with it, and I would rather have a little touch-up here or there than hundreds of dollars I'd pay to people I don't know.
I call it a new old-fashioned campaign. By taking this old school bus and actually driving around the state, meeting people where they can be found, we're doing what they used to do in the old days, but we have so many other innovations like social networking, like YouTube, like videos, like what you're doing here now. And so we can take those experiences with maybe just a few people and we can push them out to a lot of people so they can see that, their experience isn't that different from what mine is, and there are real possibilities here. We decided that it would be fun to let our supporters name it. We picked our top 5 contenders, and then our staff here thought the Courage Express best reflected the courage theme of the campaign. Frankly, we could use a little more courage in the Senate. Hi, everybody. Thanks for indulging us. I'm your Secretary of State, so I got to inherit the mess that Ken Blackwell left me. And believe me, it was a lot of fun to clean it up. Well, the number one goal I had in my administration was to restore trust to elections. And I believe with the record turnout that we had in 2008, that showed people's confidence in the system. And my 2 measures of success were, did we have long lines on election day, and did we have lawsuits that kept the polls open past the closing time? And the answer was no and no.
It seems like a simple thing, but it's huge. I waited 3.5 hours in 2004 to vote. I don't think my vote was counted. But in 2008, I know it was, and I had many options.
Welcome. I'm so glad that we have a candidate that for us, the Latinos, we are happy to have because you are on our side. Jennifer is a person who has been showing courage, commitment and compassion, and is going to bring that to the Senate for all Ohioans. Welcome.
Thank you. I was absolutely appalled at the law that was passed in Arizona. That law empowers local police to question people on suspicion that they may be undocumented. And that is so highly unconstitutional, and it goes against the kind of country that we formed as a nation of immigrants, and it goes against the kind of compassion that Americans have.
En mi tierra mexicana, dos morimos entonando una canción. Los rebozos son canadas y las balas al rugido del cañón, con el clarín que tocará el himno de la libertad. Las mujeres y los hombres por la patria dan la vida de verdad. Valentina resucita donde quiera otra vez resistirá.
I've said consistently that I will do what I think is best, even if it means that it could affect my ability to be reelected. That's independent thinking. And so hopefully I'll be able to demonstrate to them that what they would get with me is someone who's not going to take a mantra or follow a dogma. But I mean, the only dogma that I would follow is that we be fair to people, that we treat them with respect, and that we work toward equality.
Anyone who's met or heard Lee Fisher knows he's a sweet guy, he's a nice guy, and that you have a lot of positions together. But what makes you so tough?
Well, in this campaign, and I'm going to talk straight politics now. In this campaign, I had women in Cuyahoga County tell me, it's not your turn, it's Lee's turn. It's been one step after another where fundraising's been dried up, where fundraisers with printed invitations have been dried up. And if I don't punch through this and come up with a different way to do it so that you can campaign similar to your values, we will be missing the ability to make our government look more like us. And so that's why I've been running a low-dollar grassroots campaign. That's why I bought a bus on eBay. That's why I bounce around in that bus all over the state, having to hardly be able to use my laptop. However this comes out, I will have done it the way that I know that I can live with my own sense of integrity, which is the parallel or the consistency of your values with your actions. And so, if that isn't tough, I don't know. If we do this right, we're going to set a new paradigm for democratic politics, and we're going to allow people on down the ballot, a lot of people who were involved in the Obama campaign for the first time in any campaign, to be able to run for office themselves on their passion and on their desire to do something for their communities without being tripped up by this political mechanism, machine, money endorsements that oftentimes makes you campaign not consistent with your values.
We've got elections now that are improved, and I want to go to the U.S. Senate because there's a lot more that I can do than clean up elections. We got jobs issues, banking issues, getting out of the war, healthcare, environment, and I support same-sex marriage and repealing Don't Ask, Don't Tell. And I'll be very open about that. What you get with me is what you see is what you get. I'll be honest, I'll be unapologetic about my views. They're progressive, and I can explain everyone. I listen to folks, and I will work very hard for you. Thanks for giving me the chance to talk to you all tonight. Thanks very much. Good night.